Is Rumble up? Is everything
Rumble's
up?
good.
All good.
Rumble's good.
YouTube problem. All right. Well, I don't care about YouTube, so it's fine. So, without further ado, all right. So, I'm going to make. Finboy asked me for the potato bake, so I'm going to make the potato bake, or what we call a potato bake, so potato dish. He was talking about using Italian sausage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use bacon, but the principle remains the same. So I have about a kilogram of potatoes peeled and kind of rinsed. So I'm going to chop them up and I'm going to put them in here. But before we do that, what we're going to do, all right, and I'm making this recipe up. Like I haven't made this per recipe, so I'll write it down. But what we're going to do first is we're going to do some just kind of thinly sliced onion. We don't want to go too thick. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't want to go too thick with that. All right, and we're going to put that at the bottom of the pan. No YouTube.
YouTube's up and running, and you can say hello to Dave while we're chatting.
Dave on YouTube.
No.
Oh, I wanted to say hello, Dave on YouTube.
No, no.
All right, hello, Dave. Not on YouTube.
I'll be back later.
All right, my wife is going to tend to the customers. Like I tell everybody. Okay, so first off, please hit the like button. The 3 people that are there, subscribe and share. That would we appreciate very much. And we are in my store. My kids are running around here. Customers come in and out. You will hear the bell ring. We are doing this live from my business. So we try and take a little bit of time out. So my wife will run around helping customers and read questions and answer, and I will try and answer them while I cook. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to first put some onions at the bottom of the pan. All right. And I don't want to take too long with this because this thing's probably going to have to cook for a good part of 45 minutes. So I don't want to take too long. So we got some onions there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but just maybe a quarter of an onion. Just kind of roughly cover the bottom of the pan. And then we're going to take some potatoes. So let me take like 3 here. And we're going to do a layer of potato. All right. So also don't cut them too thick because we don't want them to cook forever. All right. So we probably try and do like 2 layers of potato. It's a little thick. I want to be careful not to go too thick because then they take forever to cook, which is what we want to avoid. Don't want anything to take forever. We got an hour. We got to use that hour. So we place our potato. Right, this one. They're a little wet, so the knife likes to stick to them. All right. Get these guys all through here. All right, so we got the onions at the bottom. It's about a quarter of an onion. All right, we got that at the bottom. All right, and then so that's good. I think that'll be good. All right, now I have to step out of the camera because I was hoping Nicole would be here. She could help me with the bacon, but apparently that is not a thing. So Right, these guys are barely defrosted, which shouldn't matter. So these are the thick cut bacon that I showed everybody the other day. I got 4 slices here. So you probably want it, this would probably be equal to very close to a pack. Let me see quick if I chuck them on the scale. Let's see what they say, just to give you an idea. So what have we got in bacon? So yeah, that's a half a pound, 3/4 pound. Let me take another piece or two. What's up?
No, there's been a lot of action on chat since I was here.
Okay.
We've got a few people to say hello to. We've got Dear Sarge, Dog Digger, and Lemon is back.
Oh, hey.
Marcus Z.
Okay.
As well.
All right. Very good. Action. I like it.
Yes.
All right. So what we're going to do, that's give or take a pound of bacon. Let's go a little over and call it a pound. It's like almost half a kilo, between a pound and a half kilo. All right. Because we like meat.
Meat and starch, the way to live life.
Right. Well, for me, no starch.
I know. Me either.
Only meat. Meat is meat.
Is it bad to say we eat the meat?
Yeah, right. All right, so I'm just going to dice this up. All right. I'm just going to dice this up. And then I'm going to strew it over. All right, so that's 3 slices. So I'm going to just, and that's what I meant when I said last week, just chop up your bacon or your sausage and put it in the dish. So while you're in this fridge, pass me the cheese, please.
Cheese, okay.
Yes, please. All right, so we put some bacon in there. All right, 1, 2, 3. It's a little piece, yeah.
Have you seen how much your kids have eaten?
Yeah, no, I chopped a piece off. Not that cheese. Cheese in here. I grated some.
I thought we had guilty mice.
No. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to do some cheese. All right, we do some cheese. I'm not checking weights. So this is one of those dishes where the weights don't matter. You just want a nice layer of cheese. All right, all of this is going to get incorporated. All right, that looks good. I'll put this over here. All right, and now we're going to put a little bit of onion again. All right. And put a little bit of onion on top of this. All right. Sorry if I'm not talking. I don't want to chop my fingers off, you know. All right, there we go. Got to chop a little more onion. This is not quite enough. So we're going to do a little bit of onion here. Oh, let's throw some on the floor for the aminals. All right. A little bit of onion, a little bit more. So you use about a half, I guess, onion is enough. Half medium-sized onion. I don't want to cut anything too thick because I don't want it to be kind of crunchy and raw. Yeah, a little bit more. Maybe use all onion, who knows. It's completely up to your taste. This is just the principle. All right. And then, all right, that's good. That's good. Potato. All right. So depending on the depth of your dish, let me cut these like this. Depending on the depth of your dish, you can do 2 or 3 layers. I don't think we have enough potato to do 3. There we go. Let me put these guys in the middle here. All right. And I've got the oven on behind me, so the oxtail is cooking over here. And we'll start with the recipes and stuff now. Like I say, this one, salt and pepper, salt, because otherwise it's all going to be at the top. Almost forget. All right, so liberal serving of salt. Maybe
what kind of salt?
Celtic salt. It's the only kind of salt we use. All right, you want to put some salt, maybe a half a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. I would do a half down here. It's a little much if you do a teaspoon on that. All right, and then we do a little bit of black pepper. All right, just a sprinkle over. I've got a couple of potatoes here, just a few small pieces. I'm not going to dig them out. All right, so we do that. Okay, and then cheat spice, mixed Italian seasoning. It's gonna make it all better.
How does that saying go? I put that shit on everything.
Put that shit on everything. All right. So, okay. So like 2 nice liberal pinches. All right, now we pop this back on. Okay. And I might not use all the potatoes, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. Try and cover that up nicely. All right. So this takes a minute. All right. Onion. All right. So we got about a 1/3 of an onion at the bottom of the pan. We got a 1/3 of an onion in the middle. All right, and that will be that. And we've got about 2, maybe 3 potatoes at the bottom. All right, and then we've got, so far, 2 potatoes. We'll probably do 3 on top, maybe 4. All right, the kind of middle layer. All right, and 1 there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna salt and pepper this top part as well. And put some bacon on there. And then we're going to bake it. It would be better if I cut a flat surface on the potato, then it won't roll around like this, but you know, amateur hour today. All right, there we go. All of that together. Oh, maybe a little more potato. And then we'll just cover all the holes. And this as it cooks is going to go down. I could actually, you know what? Let me do this. All right, I don't want to do too much onion because it's going to overpower the dish. So like I said, there's a recipe for this. I'm just making this out of my head. But you know it will be good because there's lots of bacon. When there's lots of bacon, it's lots of good. All right. And then go there like that. And because the bacon's got salt, you don't want to over salt this part. The bacon is a little salty, but you can put some nice black pepper and mixed herbs. All right. I'm going to change my gloves. I don't want to have the bacon fat on my...
Androdite has joined us as well.
Just like a few turns. Good day, good day. Welcome in. All right, we put some nice black pepper. All right. All right, good. Nicole, would you mind getting me another set of gloves, please?
Yep.
I don't want to... I have to wash my hands and I don't want to get like all the bacon fat on my spice stuff. All right, nice mixed herbs. There we go. Thank you. All right, and pro tip: these things do not go on wet hands. So dry your hands, otherwise they will not go on. Okay, okay. There we go. All right, we got a couple left here. So let me see. So we'll put the last few potatoes on top. And I think a cup. Oh, these are the ugly potatoes. Well, one's ugly. One's the guy trying to be a gold potato.
I didn't know they identified as anything.
Well, this one has problems. All right, here we go. All right. It's not going to cover it completely, I don't think. Maybe I'm lucky. But it doesn't have to cover it completely. This is really just throw it together and make something interesting.
1992 LP just asked, they found us accidentally, but asked, where is Anton's located?
Oh, in Roanoke, in Texas. So if you look us up, we are located just outside of outside of the Roanoke downtown, just off Highway 114.
But this broadcast is brought to you by
landofbiltong.com, or actually soon, hopefully it will just be, or not just, it'll be Biltong USA with Land of Biltong redirecting. So biltongusa.com, because we should be the premium supplier of biltong in the USA, and if not, at least premium supplier to you guys.
And here's a peek at some of our bags. This is our Wagyu Ghost. That one has a bit of a bite.
Yeah, small bite. Highly recommended you put your toilet roll inside of the fridge before you consume. Alright, so I won't be covering the whole thing, but that's okay. That's alright. I'm short a potato, but I only had these potatoes because we don't really use potatoes. So I had some run over from last week and I thought, you know what, I might as well put them to good use. So I'll move these around a little. And then we make this. Seeing that Finboy asked me, I thought, oh well, I might as well knock it together. So I did a quick bit of reading. So here we go. That should be that. All right. That should be all of it. We move that away. We wipe down my cutting board. And then my oxtail is bubbling away in the back here. And everybody's probably wondering why I got a mixer. And I will show you that now.
Unfolding Joker has arrived as well.
Oh, good day, sir. I am very glad you are here. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. All right, there we go. Okay.
And Anton, we've got Baby Bug Express.
Oh, good day.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, good day, sir. I believe the coffee you had was horrible. I think it is awesome. You need to put your big boy pants on when you drink that coffee, man.
I tried to give your expressions when explaining to Anton how you felt about it.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a final layer of cheese on this when it comes out of the, or when I'm almost done in the oven. Otherwise, I'm just going to cook the cheese to bits. So what we're going to do now is we've got some spices and everything. So I'm going to do a cup of cream. All right, just a cup of heavy cream, and I'm going to put 1 egg in it. Now, this is not something I do, but this is something I read. So how that's going to work, I have no idea. You guys are about to find out, like I am. All right, so let's see. All right, so 250 grams. So 1 cup of cream. All right, and we got the cheat eggs. So I'm going to do 1 egg. All right, and we'll see how that works. I have no idea. They say 2. I'm not trusting it, so I'm going to put 1 egg. I'm going to put 1 egg and see how that works out. All right, and then we'll also be making rice. And I'll show you a little trick with the oxtail, and I'm going to cut one up for you. so you guys can see what that looks like. Ugh. All right, maybe I should have tied that in.
All right, Baby Bug says he's going to smoke the pound slab he got from us the other day.
Okay.
And he did find a way to drink the strong stuff, so all good.
Yeah, man. All right, so that is mixed up. So what we're going to do, we're going to pour the cream. I normally try and cover everything a little bit, because otherwise it tends to dry out if it doesn't have a coating on it and it bakes in the oven. Then you have this dry kind of potato on top, and that's not always nice. I want to try and catch everything. I might have to do a little bit more cream because my dish might be bigger than I thought. I don't know. No, maybe we get everything. Alright, so you just want to get all the potatoes, give them a little coating of the cream. That'll just give them enough moisture. Alright. So I'm going to bake this for like the first 20 minutes with the lid on, and then we're going to take the lid off. So let me just get a lid because I didn't grab one. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. Not as easy to work with these things when you have gloves on. No nail to grab. So I'm going to put this on here. All right, and let this steam a little. The oven is preheated to 350, so it's nice and hot. I've got a pan in here that's upside down. Let me grab that, put that like that. Try not to burn my hands while I do all of this. All right, there we go. Okay, bake away. Bake away. So let's see. Let's give that thing 20 minutes. There we go. All right. That should be pretty good in line with what we need to do. I just want to toss this out so we can make some space. Then I'm going to have to wash my hands. Actually, no, I don't have to. I'm just going to grab another pair of gloves. I'm sorry. This we can put away. Yeah? I'm done with that. So, let me show you what the oxtail looks like. So, you won't normally see it like this in a shop. But what I will do is I will cut it up and I'm going to I'll package it. I think the very right bottom bag will be what I need. I'll package it up, I'll vacuum seal it, and I'll show you what you'll see it as. But it's literally the tail of the cow. So Nicole, you're going to have to make sure I'm in focus. All right. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just give me one. There we go. All right, I think it'll work. I think. Otherwise, it's the one just bigger than that. All right. Is this in focus, in view?
Yeah.
All right. So that is the oxtail. It bends, you know, when it's waving away the flies.
Have you explained what an oxtail or what an ox is?
Well, an ox is a bull with no balls, or a Democrat. I mean, a bull with no balls. I'm sorry. So oxtail. So this thing is meat, and then it consists of a bunch of joints. All right, and we have to sort this thing out so we can actually use it, because you can't, if you cook it like that, it's just silly. So I've got myself a cutting board here. So just have a look if this is in focus. See if this fits. All right.
Back up a little more.
Back up a little more.
There you go. Now I can see the whole cutting board.
Okay. So you can see the whole cutting board. All right. So the first thing you want to do is remove the plastic, which is a aftermarket. So it doesn't come from the cow with the plastic. You know? Just so you know. It's not how they are issued. All right. So Nicole, just check there for me again. I want to lift this thing up, but I don't want to make a mess. All right, so they've just chopped this off, just so we can, you know, so it can fit in the bag, and you see that. All right, so those are what the joints look like. So what you typically want to do is you want to try and cut it over the joints. Now, people have told me you need a saw and you need all kinds of things, and I was just like, you know what, man, this sounds like a whole lot of complications. So I did some research which brought up nothing. Apparently, people are very secretive. So what I figured out is if you take this guy, so I'm going to start at the small end, all right, and this side's already cut. So I'm going to cut this off here, all right, and I'm going to try and do this for you, so we can see how this works on camera. I'm not sure what you can and can't see, but you wanna basically put this thing what I would term as the bottom side up. Okay, so it's the kind of bony side. Give me 1 second. Hey, get out of here now, children. Of course, my children now, we've done a few streams. Now they think that, bugging us is part of the fun. All right, so if you go up the spine, I guess, if we call it the spine, you'll feel it's flat, and then there's 2 little bumps.
Are you massaging that oxtail?
I am massaging it. It's a little small, but it'll do.
Sorry.
But you'll feel 2 little bumps, and it's literally just after the bumps. And you can twist and turn your knife and you'll find it, and then you cut it right on the joint. All right, so this one is a little further up. It'll probably be a little closer to here. Where's the joint? You see? There we go. You just got to kind of feel your way around it.
Take 2 of the small ones and bring them closer. It's hard to see from that distance.
Yes. So you'll see right on the joint. Can you see that? Right on the joint. So that's what you want to do. You want to cut it right on the joint. Are your hands clean?
Yes.
Can you fold that over for me so I don't mess up the inside? So again, I'm going up and I feel the bumps, and basically just after the bumps. Now, the distance varies. It's not always the same. That's why you kind of cut and hope you got it. Otherwise, you make your oxtail look ugly. And I can't turn this to show you a better view because then I'm the wrong way around and I'm cutting upside down. That's not going to work. All right, so that one's over there. This one's over here. All right, and there'll be one more. You can see, when you look at this thing. Just move the bag for me, please. So if you look at this thing, you're going to see it's a kind of small, slightly bigger, and then slightly bigger. And that's how they grow. Slightly bigger, slightly bigger, slightly bigger. Dads. So I've got 2 bumps here, and they're very prominent. So it'll probably be somewhere here. And it's also a little bit of experience. But, if you mess it up a bit, you're going to put it in a pot. Most of it's going to cook away. So this is about the size, the one that's in there, it was. All right, so did you fold this once, right?
Oh, I folded it twice.
Okay, no, that's fine. All right, so, and then will you just set the machine?
Yes.
So we can get this thing nicely sealed. All right, so, and when you buy it, what you'll probably see is it looks something like this. So let me put that guy like that. So this is part of what I apparently also do for a living. Is I cut up the ass end of the cows. I'll fold it back. I've got my gloves off.
Butcher Anton.
Yes, butcher. All right, so I'm going to seal this up and you'll see what that looks like when it's done. All right, you got it set right?
It's all set.
Okay. Sorry that I'm out the camera. This is my industrial vacuum machine. All right, there we go. Okay, we can hit that. All right, I'm just going to move this out the way so we got space again. Whoop. Don't drop the towels. All right, let me move this way. You want to go this way? Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's how you cut an oxtail. I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. I'm going to clean my knife because I might need it. I'm not sure. I'm going to put this thing up here so it's out of the way. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee that's way overdue. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
You guys already know this man doesn't sleep, right?
That is an absolute rumor. That is not confirmed, and I categorically deny all allegations. All right, so when you buy an oxtail, this is what you're going to see. All right, so you saw me slice it up, dice it up, put it in a pack. What's wrong?
Will they find Wagyu oxtail?
No, Wagyu oxtail is not a thing. We, of course, because we are a thing, have Wago oxtail. It is, in my opinion, way better, cooks faster. This has been in from about 11:30, so I got it on high because I've got to get the thing operating. But it's about a 4 to 5 hour process. Let me just see. Yeah, man, I think we are almost there. So what have we got left there? 10.
So Switzerland says you sleep about 4 hours. What do you say?
I don't believe that. It must be more than that. I'm sure it's more than that. Well, no, we have 4 kids, and they were made, so yeah, 4 hours. No, a little more, maybe Switzerland, maybe 5. I don't know. I don't count the hours. If I count how many hours I sleep, I get very, very tired. So I'm going to leave that, guys. So I think what we'll do now is we'll attack the rice real quick. So again, this I have repeated numerous times on camera. I'm going to need my chicken tats. I wanted to put some chicken stock in that guy. So we'll see when I get it out. Man, I forgot. I wanted to put some chicken stock in the cream.
Yes. Just so you know, the people know when you are up on X. They know when you post, so they see.
Yes, but I don't always post the time I don't always post the time I get up. All right. So 200 grams of rice, which is a cup. All right.
So since we had the question of where we are located, I thought we would ask our viewers where they're located. We've got Idaho, Florida, Montana, California, and I know we've got Switzerland, of course.
Okay.
So we've got people all over.
Excellent, excellent. So we're going to do a tablespoon of butter. You know what, I'll put whole. I'll do a teaspoon of salt. All right. Teaspoon of salt. We're going to do a teaspoon of lemon juice. John lemon juice. It's about as sour as he is. There we go. Lemon juice just kind of sparkles it up a little, gives it a little dimension in taste. Got that tip from the Ramsey. I do like that guy. Some say he's, a little obnoxious, but would you mind just rinsing that out for me, or just any other jug? I just want a cup of water, or 500, half a liter of water, if you don't mind. And then we want some chicken stock, which I didn't bring with me. And I wanted to fetch, and I wanted to put in my potatoes, but apparently I forgot. So I'll see what the potatoes look like. Maybe I can do a little bit more cream, just maybe like 2 tablespoons.
Hot water?
Yes, please, hot water. 2 tablespoons, and just mix some of this stuff in there. I think it'll give the potato bake a very nice taste. So 27. So that'll be 5. Give me 32. Sorry, I'm just doing loud math. There we go. Half a liter, sweetie. That's 1 cup. No, 2 cups. I said 1 cup, and I said I meant a half liter. I'm sorry.
Apparently, I'm not listening.
The curiosity's got the best of me. Let me see how far this thing's set, because I'm scared the egg's set and then my what's the name doesn't go in. I'd rather take 2 tablespoons of cream and hot. All right, no, this is looking good. Might have to jack the temperature up a little. All right, yeah, let me do this first. All right, so you want to do 480 grams of water, 2 cups, basically. All right. All right, if you do more, the rice, in my opinion, tends to be soggy, so you want to go for like 480 milliliters or 480 grams. All right, let me toss that out. Let me put that back there. And do this. I don't like these skulls under 50 grams, so I'm going to tar it, then put the jug on, then put the 5 grams in. There we go. 20. Yeah, that's not a lot of cream. That's actually looking very good. So a cup's about right. I normally like to throw like a whole bunch and it's like floating in the cream, and that's not good. 20. All right, that's just a little bit. Let me see if that'll mix properly, because now I made extra work for myself. You see, you guys are full witness when I make this small mistake. You see it while I make it. All right, let's see if I can get that sorted out. Sorry, I want to try and get this a little equally distributed. And it's so little because I don't want to over cream, like over liquid the what's the names. All right. So I'll taste this, but I won't eat it. I'll eat the bacon, but I won't eat the starches. All right. So I think what we do is we pop the rice in, and you see, I should have space in the front, yeah. And then in about, leave that. So the rice will take about 24 minutes, which should take us right to the end of the stream. That is very crooked. That's better. Alright, so the rice is basically a cup of rice, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of lemon juice, a teaspoon of chicken stock, and then a tablespoon of butter, and then 2 cups of water. And that goes in the oven for 24 minutes, and then you pull it out, and then you got rice. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to do anything like that. Something I figured out a long time ago. So, pop that open. I think this pan's still hot. Maybe bake these two, and then I'm going to pull the top of that oven bake in about 10. Let's do that. Okay. Now I've got time. Oh, I've got to put this away. Now I've got time, so I'll yak a little bit to you guys. So I'll give you a little preview for what we're going to do on Sunday. So I might not show you the whole thing just because logistically it's not possible, because the camera walking around with that is a mission, and then everybody feels like they in rock and roll mode because the camera is shaking and pointing all over. So we won't do that again because people do not like that. So we're going to make what we call a flat chicken or a spatchcock chicken. I'll show you what it looks like. I've prepared them. So let me see. Where is mine? Oh well, I'll take one of the other ones. It's as good. So what we basically do, all right, is, I think you should be able to see this. So we take the chicken and we break down the chest bone, right? So we cut it through the chest bone and we flatten it out, and it's got a little wishbone in the neck at the top by the breast. So we cut that wishbone out. We cut the little sharp edges off, all right? And then so you've got a nice flat chicken, which helps a lot for more even cooking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this thing on a Weber on an indirect fire. Which means I don't place charcoal directly under the chicken. I actually put the charcoal on the sides, and I put a water tray in the middle. I put an onion in there, and then whatever marinade and fat drips off the chicken goes in the water, and that steams, and very nice. So I'll show you guys the end result of the chicken, and then I'm going to, because my youngest daughter's birthday on Monday, I'm going to bake a little cake for her, make a little icing and pour it over and make it all pretty. Maybe put some sprinkles because she likes those. So now let's see quickly what our oxtail is doing, because that should be close to being done. Oh yeah, this is looking good. I'm just gonna flip them over. Yeah, man, If you guys want a good Sunday meal, Oxtail be it. All right, I haven't looked at the phones. I haven't looked at the phones because I'm ignoring everyone. Do me a favor. Can you get me like what's the biggest bowl we got? No, because I want to like the saliva. I just want to make sure I don't mess it anywhere.
Use the lid.
Yes, but it's gonna go back in the oxtail. Okay, nobody will know.
Nobody will know.
Make it extra saucy. Oh man, this looks so good. All right, go play, sweetie, please. Sorry, my kids. You know, like I mentioned. So, stream is brought to you by. I'm gonna pull another. I was asked not to mention too many other people that create content. So there's other people that like to shill very much all the time. So I'm gonna shill. So stream is brought to you by biltongusa.com. Please support us if you want to over there. Like, subscribe, and share. We're trying to get this out. I think we're trying to not make this too political. Of course, I have a bias. I hate fucking idiots, so I have a bias. But we try and not do too much of that because I want to show you guys some good food, and I don't want to alienate a bunch of people if people like the food. You know, I mean, just because we have a political and IQ difference does not mean that
IQ adversity.
Yes, adverse to intelligence difference. It does not mean that you can't cook good food. So, all right. So, hey, I owe them a recipe. I did not give them the oxtail recipe. So I'm going to write it down because at some point I'm going to have to update my show notes and put all of these things in there. So, what I did is I stuck to my rule. So what we had is we had 1.1 kilos of oxtail. Okay, now that is significantly less meat, but I still stuck to my rule of 110 grams of onion. Now you should probably go half that if you're going bigger, but you know, you got to coat the bottom of the pan. So this is, or the cooking dish. So this is not a huge oxtail. So I can't put no onions, like 50 grams of onions won't even cover the bottom of the dish. So I went for more, so 110. So you can do anywhere from, say, 55, so anywhere from 5 to 10% of the onions on this dish. All right, 5 to 10% of the onions. And then I went for the same amount in carrots. Now carrots, you want to typically do, let's say, 7.5% to 15% of the weight in carrot. Okay, then you put celery. Now celery, you do about 3 to 6% of the weight. Okay, but I didn't have celery, so I accidentally bought the wrong ingredient. So I got a packet of dehydrated celery, kind of like a no, it's not a powder, but it's like dehydrated, ground up celery. So I put 1 teaspoon of the celery powder. So I say it was 5 grams. Okay, 5 grams, 1 teaspoon. Yes, my pencil keeps breaking. Teaspoon of the celery powder. Okay, and then again, I used to cook this in my restaurant, so we had a slightly different technique. So I had to like jump around and figure a few things out. So what you want to do is at this size, so like 1.1 kilos, you want to do a half a can. Okay. Or 200 grams, 205 grams for those that's pedantic, of tomato, or crushed tomato. Hey, I've dropped this pencil so many times, I keep the leads just like crushed.
I've been asked to poke you with a fork until you put the recipes up.
Yeah, I know. It's just, So I did tell you guys the tale of us making the shirts and then losing a bunch of stuff and you know blah blah. So
we're not going to moan about it. We just work.
No, we don't moan.
We just work.
It's me and the missus, and we just flat out working. So you know we are good. It's just we have very limited time, and we have to put the effort to that which pays the bills. Which you know this is just fun. We have twice a week and.
Biltong, everyone.
Yes, Biltong pays the bills. So we like tomorrow I've got, I don't know, like 700 or 800 pounds I'm making on a Saturday, you know, which is not always a good idea. but I'll have most of it done before we open, and then I just have to hang it. So let me not get sidetracked. So I got the tomato, which is a half a can. I blended mine, so it's smooth. It's nice if you leave the little chunks and you see them on the plate, but I'm going to do something different with the sauce, so it wouldn't matter that much. And then I did 2 teaspoons of chicken stock. There's 10 grams. 2 teaspoons chicken stock. Okay. I did 2 tablespoons balsamic vinegar, which was 30 grams. Which is not a normal ingredient for me. Balsamic. I've been playing around with some balsamic vinegar, so I thought let me pop that in there. And I got 30 grams, so 2 tablespoons of chutney. You can substitute for apricot jam, peach jam, you know, something like that. I just use chutney, it's a little more savory. Chutney. Oh, starting to regret not using a pen.
You got to tell everybody how the end of our diet went.
I will do that. I first want to finish the recipe, so give me a second.
Okay.
So I've got 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. This thing will run out of lead soon. 1 teaspoon of salt. Was it? No, I'm lying. It was a half teaspoon. Half teaspoon of salt, a half teaspoon of pepper. At this weight. Alright, not 5, it's a half. Half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper. 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, which is about 1 gram. And I think that's it. That's it. So we can recap. Before we recap, let me see. I might want to take the lid off that potato. That'll be.
Smells very nice in here, everyone.
Yeah, I think it should be good. Let me see. All right, yeah, I think we are winning. Ooh, too hot, that thing. All right, let's hope this thing bakes nicely with it open. We'll put some. All right, so 1.1 kilo of oxtail, which is about 2.4 pounds, 110 grams of onion and 110 grams of carrot, which is like 3.5 ounces each. I put 1 teaspoon of celery powder, like ground celery, because I didn't have fresh celery, and it's not something I keep because it's not something I use, so I never bought it. Yes, so I put 1 teaspoon of the powder. I put a half a can, 205 grams of crushed tomatoes. I blended mine up. I put 10 grams, 2 teaspoons of chicken stock, 30 grams balsamic vinegar, 30 grams chutney. Water is what I forgot. Water. 3 grams salt. So about a half a teaspoon, 2 grams pepper, about a half a teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon mixed herbs, which is about 1 gram. And then I put water, about a 3/4 cup, 180 grams. A 3/4 cup. 3/4 cup of water. So I want to keep that because I've got to update that at some point. And then let's see. Oh, this is looking good.
Anton, we've got Salty and Astro Sweat is here.
Okay, hey, hi guys. I hope you didn't miss too much. So, let me recap just for everybody that's kind of come in between and a little earlier and a little later. So, we're making an oxtail, which there was a lot of interest in last week, and then I'm making a potato side, we call it a potato bake, so I'm making a potato side dish, which I hope comes out okay because they normally take a little long to cook. So I'm trying to do it in an hour. We'll see how it comes out. If it's not 100% done, I'll just cook it longer after the stream anyway. But then we know, because I haven't made this in so many years, and I don't know how it's going to come out. So I just threw it together here on camera, and then we're making some white rice, which is my normal recipe. I gave the breakdown on the oxtail. The rice is a cup of rice, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of chicken stock, teaspoon of lemon juice, tablespoon of butter, 2 cups of water. Mix it all together, stick it in the oven, and cook it for 24 minutes, and it'll be done at 350. So yeah, are there any questions?
Are we doing anything for Turkey's Day?
For what?
Turkey Day.
Turkey Day. We don't eat turkey, man. That like dried chicken. I can't eat that. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking of getting a nice old shoulder of pork and cooking that thing on a Weber, like a roast, but on the fire. I was telling Nicole today that might be what I normally we like to do lamb, like a leg of lamb, but I've done leg of lamb many times. I want to do something different, so I'm thinking a nice fatty pork shoulder. I was cutting it for some of my sausage today because we do the cabanossi has used that pork shoulder. And while I was cutting it, I was looking at it and I'm like, that thing looks like a roast, man. I hear it every time I take the knife. Every time I take the knife and I chop through it, it just says roast me, roast me. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta put that thing on a fire. So I think that'll be my plan. I'm gonna stick it in a marinade, the same like the chicken.
Sip says you take that pork shoulder, cut it into 1-inch steaks, and cook it just like that as steaks.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice too.
No, I looked at that. I thought that looked very nice as a steak. It's quite fatty at the top, which is fine. I don't mind. I'll eat the fat. But I think if I can cook it nicely, I can render a nice hard fat top. And I showed you guys the chicken. So I've got this marinade, which is a Anton's secret recipe marinade. This guy that's in here, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is sealed in a marinade. So just see if they can see that, Nicole.
Yes.
So this is sealed in a marinade. It's got a light chili, light peri-peri, which is African bird's eye chili flavor. So I'm going to take this same marinade and I'm going to stick the pork shoulder in this. But I want to do this maybe a couple of weeks prior and stick that pork shoulder and freeze it and then unfreeze it. And I think that's going to be awesome. It'll pull all that marinade right into it. Vacuum seal it at like maximum seal capacity of my machine. That size, by the time I've sealed it, that size.
Salty says they're doing ribs, roast, and smoked deviled eggs. We may have to consider some deviled eggs.
Yeah, I could do deviled eggs.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I haven't made that for a while. I've seen the smoked deviled eggs. That looks very, very good. You basically, I think you make them and then you stick them in. Do you smoke them before or after you made them? But I've seen them smoke the eggs. That looks awesome. Oh, you smoke it before. And then you take them out and you make I've seen that. It looks awesome. That I think could be very good. Then anything else?
Yeah, we've got Cocktail is on. Jody is on.
Ah, welcome.
And Jody did say they've been listening and stalking. Smoke the shoulder with some honey garlic rub.
So the marinade I've got, I've actually so that one is the peri-peri. I've actually got a honey herb marinade, which is exactly what I had in mind because my kids don't like the chili too much. That's why this is a very, very light chili. They'll eat that, and the inside doesn't get hit. But I'm thinking of the honey herb for the pork for sure. Because pork, it's funny. A lot of people don't know that pork goes well with some sweetness. So you always want to do a little bit of sweetness. I like to take apricot jam. You mix that with some salt, pepper, a little bit of mixed herb. And some lemon juice, and you can add some chutney if you want. You mix that up, and maybe some Worcestershire. You mix that up and you baste your pork. You bake them in the oven, and then you baste that on them. Awesome, man. Awesome. Let me take a peek at my potatoes. They look like they're getting there. And I think my son's screaming again because he's a turkey butt today. He's just cut like 6 teeth. So that does make life a little tough for the guy. Let me see what's going on here. Straight from the chicken. So Jody says we smoke eggs straight from the chicken's ass to the smoker for 4.5 to 5 hours. Delicious. I can imagine that is very tasty. All right, so whole, and then I guess if you smoke it for 4.5 to 5 hours, it's completely done right through. So that should taste awesome. That should taste really, really good. yeah, we'll see how this comes out. I'm just worried about the potato bake, that it gets enough heat. But what I'll do is once the rice is done, I'm going to jack the oven up, and I'll stick a probe in there and just see. Well, I can do that now. Let me stick a. Oh, this one dropped and its cover's gone. So do yourselves a favor. Buy one of these things, man. These things are such a good tool to have in a kitchen, so you can check the temperature of your dishes. So where are we? We're at 114. No, that's not too bad. 132. Yeah, I mean, if we hit like 165 on that, which we can do within the next few minutes. The young man is yelling. Yes, he is nonsense today. He just cut 6 teeth, basically 2 and then 4. Well, 2 and they weren't even properly out yet, and then the other 4 came. So he's a tough cookie at the moment. But yeah, I actually think that dish is going to do. So that's very exciting. Let me see if I can make a plan. I don't want to walk away, because otherwise there's nothing happening on the screen, which is not why you guys are here. So I've got 1 minute and 40 seconds left here. So say 2 minutes, and then I've got another 4. But I want to use the last 2 minutes to quickly, or the last 4 minutes. I want to put some cheese on the potato bake, and then we can actually probably start dishing this stuff up. Yeah, I think the oxtail is done. Man, this looks good.
Switzerland's got a fun fact for you. Did
what's
you
a
know
fun fact?
eggs don't really get bad, and you can keep them for 1 to 2 years. They just dry out as long as it's clean stored in the same temperature. I've seen the water storage.
Yes, I've seen the water storage. Yeah, I've seen. Was it water or no? If you put them in vinegar, something else happens to them. But I've seen
Do you
that.
know Switzerland?
Yes.
Can you tell us what happens in vinegar? If that's
I've seen a
possibility?
few different things. I mean, dude, we eat like 6 eggs a day. Myself, and Nicole, my kids probably eat. The small ones 1 to 2. The baby eats an egg a day. He's 6 months old. The small one eats about 2. The medium one 4, and the large one 4 to 6. So we fly. I mean, we buy eggs, and they don't last, man. They don't last. Yeah, touch your nose. Now I've got to sanitize my hands. No, eggs don't last. We go through, I don't know, like 100 eggs a week or something. We've got to get some chickens, man. So we seriously looking at that property of ours to try and get something done there, because, man, we want to get out of the city. The city is just really getting on my nerves right now. So let me see. So I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to do it in front of the camera. All right. So this looks good. I actually want to leave the rice in the oven, but it's all on one pan, so I'm not going to do that. Let me put 2 gloves on. All right. So this is our potato bake for now. All right. So let this run so it stays hot. All right. And then what I'm going to do, and this is where you can do some normal cheddar. You can do cheddar, mozzarella, whatever you want on top. I'm just going to do some cheddar because I got that. I don't think I got mozzarella left. We don't, because we don't bake and cook as much as we used to. There's a lot of ingredients I don't have to my disposal, and I don't. We buy from like bulk wholesale kind of restaurant stores. So everything's like £5, £10. There's nothing small. You can't buy a block of cheese. You buy a whole big lump of cheese.
Which is fine when there's 6 of us, but
yeah, it's fine. But the problem is, like, our diet doesn't allow. Like, I don't eat cheese right now, which I do like cheese very much. I eat no starch, so there's no point in eating any potato or having potato in the store, because, or in in our pantry, because I'm not going to do anything with it. Right. So 4 minutes. Let's melt this guy.
And I've got one of our favorite clankers in front, so I may be in and out.
Okay. All right. The clanker should be watching the live stream. Would you mind getting me? You know what I'm going to do? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to do this.
Thanks, Marcus. I did not know that it's pickling eggs in vinegar. Thank you for that.
Okay, pickling. Yeah, I've seen something like that. I don't, because we just eat them. Like, I like to make good food, but when you as busy as what we are, food is literally fuel, man. We just try and get it good enough to get it in the stomach, and it just goes down. So, you know what I didn't do? Would you bring me the stick blender, please? All right. So, what I'm going to do I'm going to take the oxtail out and I'll show you guys what that looks like now that it's cooked. Which, keep in mind, was very much similar to the one that I cut up. Thank you.
And everybody needs an immersion blender. Those things are incredible.
Yeah, stick blenders, man. Those things work. So I'm contemplating, should I have some carrot pieces or should I just blend it all?
Blend it. The kids won't eat it.
Yeah.
We have 2 very picky children currently.
Yes, currently. They were never picky. And then apparently at 5, now attitude. Right. One more. So now from this, you're going to get little bits of meat that cook off the bone. Whew, that's hot. All right, so there's your oxtail. Now you can add some curry to the recipe I gave you. That'll be real good. But that's basically the cooked oxtail. I think you guys can see that. All right. So I'm going to put that down there. And then, all right, let me move that. Now, put that over there. I'm going to blend up what's in here. Now you can eat the whole vegetables if you want. I try and do something a little different. Let me see. I'm gonna have to lift it. There's not enough juice, man. Not enough juice. Let me get this out. All right. All right. Alright, so I'm just blending up all the remaining vegetables and onions and all the juice and the meat. Alright, that's almost done. Okay. Alright. All right, we've got a ladle so we can look semi-professional. We got 15 seconds there. What I'm going to do, because I have 2 hands and need 3. All right, so let me put this guy in here. And this guy's very hot. Yeah. Be right with you. I just want to get the last few whole pieces, otherwise we're going to have lumps. Now, if you want to be real pro, you can stick this thing through a strainer and then it'll be really fine, but I think for home use, that is not a requirement. Yeah, we get a lot of clankers, quartering guys, and things like that in. So I used to mention them on stream, but like that's not a thing anymore. It's just too much. I will do 1 or 2 shout outs where I've been specifically asked. This week has been an absolute madhouse. Sorry, I just got to rinse this thing off. Otherwise it goes real hard and it's very difficult to clean. And then we're going to pull everything out of the oven and get it all plated. All right, so let's see where we're at. There we go. Okay. Lights, camera, action. I'll leave that like that. All right. Let me get this. Okay. Let me move you. Let me move this guy. All right, let me put this guy on here. All right, move the knife. So we look like we know what we're doing. I've got 1 more glove, which should be good enough. Okay, so Okay. There we go. Let's see if I can make a plan here. Where's all my towels? Yes, time to wash some towels. All right, so I need a fork to fluff the rice. There we go. That looks very pretty. That is going to be very nice. All right. Sorry, Nicole is helping a. Please go. No, go. Michael, we are live. Go sit down. Not even talk to me. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna fluff up that rice. All right. I'm gonna dish a little bit out. Of course, I brought the biggest spoon in the world. That's normally what I dish out for my kids with. All right, so just for everybody's reference, so that's what the rice looks like when it comes out of the oven. Long grain white rice, normal one, long grain white rice, not rinsed off or anything. So I'm going to just take a little bit, with the biggest spoon in the world, of course. And this is a very nice Sunday meal. All right. So there we go. All right. And then we're going to take a little oxtail. All right. One like that. And one like that. One like that. All right. And then we're going to do the potato bake. Get a slightly bigger spoon for that because, all right. Okay. Man, I cannot tell you how much I am salivating. All right.
Lift it up. Yes, now they can see.
All right.
That
there we go.
Looks phenomenal.
Right.
It looks like I missed a lot.
Well, at some point we've got to end the stream. All right. So now what I'm going to do is that blended sauce. So, all right. So you guys saw that. Okay. Now I'm going to take some of that sauce. All right. Which is a nice rich brown color. Nicole, come and have a look for me. Oh, is young man up?
I found you a six-tooth wonder.
All right. So look in the camera. Just make sure they can see this.
Keep that height.
All right. Is that good?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to put the sauce. This is all the vegetables, salts, and all the cooking that came off the oxtail. All right.
We gonna have eggs with this oxtail?
Yes.
Good.
All right. So that is spectacular. All right. So there we go. Potato bake, rice, and oxtail. All right. I mean, a little more than an hour, but perfection sometimes take a little longer. Any questions or stuff, and then we can go offline, I guess.
I did not, Ike. We do not do those types of things on air.
What's that?
I don't know if I want to read it out loud.
Did you moan at the food? Yes, she did. She did. She said, no. Ike, you're gonna come visit. I'll make this. We see how big your eyes get when you eat it. It's good food, man. It's real good food.
And it's real food. I've heard rumors you appreciate decent food, so I think you'll enjoy all of this.
Give me the monkey. Hello, boy. Hello, boy. Anything else? Let me put you this side, not by my microphone. Yeah, look, it's food.
Everyone's complimenting it. Says it looks great.
Yeah. So I have to figure out the recipe for the potato bake thing. I'll taste what it tastes like. I have some of the bacon and some of the sauce, and I'll just taste it and see what it tastes like. Should be pretty good. and then I'll try and do some rough recipe for that. All right, is that it? That's YouTube, right? There are no questions here. Just check.
No, nothing on YouTube.
All right, good. All right.
All right, so rumble.food is now the second coolest URL shortcut on the interwebs.
Yes. Yeah, we a while ago, Ike said that's a really cool a website to get, and it shows our appreciation to Rumble. Some people thought we were taking chances. You know what? We don't make any money out of this, and we pay for everything we do on Rumble. Plus, we have a Rumble premium membership. Myself and my wife. What's it? Rumble Premium or whatever.
Yes.
Both of us pay for that. You know, we've subscribed
to multiple creators.
Yes, we subscribe.
Both
we are
of us.
subscribers not on Rumble, but on sorry, not on Locals, but on Rumble. We subscribe to a multiple creators. We've joined the Quarterings Discord and his website, and so we really try and support it. I mean, we pay quite a bit of money to the guys to really try and support the creators. I mean, the community gives back to us, which we are very, very thankful for. But we do try and do our part, so it's not like we gouge. So yes, rumble.food, Ike, you are 100% correct. All right, so is that it? Any last questions?
Lemon just came back and asked how the oxtail went.
All right, so what I'll do, I think if I hold this guy like this.
Do you want a hand?
No, I'm good.
You got it.
Just check. So Lemon, up.
There you go.
All right, what do you think of that, man? There we go. That's pretty decent.
All right, we'll call it a day. Like,
all right.
Share,
yeah,
subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to support us, builtonusa.com is the best way. All right. Well,